Hello and welcome, Leo. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are doing your November predictions. Now, this could be love, this could be money, this could be personal development. We don't know what it's going to be, but it's going to be some type of November prediction for you, beautiful Leo. For those of you who are brand new to my channel, my name is Tamra. I work with Vedic sidereal astrology, not tropical Western. So if you don't know your Vedic sidereal chart, please go ahead and Google that and check on back in another moment or two. Vedic sidereal astrology is different than tropical Western, so no doubt your chart is going to be different. Thank you. Hello in the chat. Hello, Champagne. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for your love and support. I appreciate you all so much. I'm in a bit of a spunky mood tonight. It's been a minute or two since I've been doing the readings online here, so sorry, but we're back and we're going to get to it. Today I'm going to be working with 2 decks by Serpent Fire. I have the Serpent Fire Tarot, which you guys are used to me working with, and there is a new sigil oracle out. So we're going to pull you a sigil at the end. So let us calibrate. So you can watch this from your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter. You can watch this from whatever aspect of your chart you would like to. Sun being the soul knowing, the Moon being your emotional insight or like what your thought process is, your rising being the 3D physical manifestation of your situation. Your Venus would be specific to your love, and Jupiter is more like your fortune, that type of thing. So without further ado, let us get to it. Please like, subscribe, comment, let me know who's here hanging out. Support this sister so that I can keep making these readings for all of you gorgeous souls. So let's see what's going on for Leo. Leo, November 2019. Can you guys believe it? 2 months left of this flipping year. 2 months. That's it. That's crazy. My nose is stuffy. I really hope, please, dear God, let this just be from laughing too much today. Okay, what's up for Leo, November 2019? Jupiter goes direct tomorrow. So starting tomorrow, you might see some major changes in yourself. What does Scorpio, sorry. Jupiter's going direct for Scorpio season. What does Leo need to know? Come on. Hanged Man. You're the Hanged Man. You're holding tight. Sitting back. Analyzing a situation. Taking something really slow right now. The Hanged Man really takes their time. So you might feel like you're in some type of situation where it's wise not to make any sudden moves. Let's see. What's the challenge? You could be dealing with a Pisces where, excuse me, where the, ooh, I just saw that next card. That's intense. Oh no. Okay, so where the Hermit goes within for a spiritual journey, the Hanged Man actually comes from the physical sense of like logic and looking through all of the different details. I always equate this to like dumping your purse out and looking at like every tiny little thing that's going on. The challenge is the 7 of Swords. 7 of Swords. So the challenge may be the reason why you're waiting and like holding yourself back from doing anything sudden is because you feel somebody may have been deceitful. You might actually even know that somebody's been deceitful, but you might be waiting to see, because the Seven of Swords is, the person always comes back to the crime scene. So the challenge might be you waiting to see if this person comes back. Every once in a while, this card could just signify somebody like stealing your heart. And it doesn't mean that there's necessarily some type of shady betrayal, but we're going to see as we get more cards. But right now, and again, check out another element of your chart if this isn't resonating. But for some of you, in some situation in your life, for some of you, I feel like it's like your boss said, I would give you a raise, or your boss said, if you work overtime, I'll give you this amount of money. And then all of a sudden it comes time to get paid and they're like, what are you talking about? I don't need to give you that money, or a partner is like, says, we don't have this or that. And then you find out that they've been, spending money or doing, I don't know why I'm talking about money so much. I feel almost as if the deceit is around something financial strongly, like at least for somebody that needs to hear that. What's your energy in the situation? What is your energy, Leo? A person could have deceived you by playing you up, telling you that they felt a certain way. There's all sorts of ways to deceive somebody. It's even like putting on a mask. It's almost like this cape, like spinning colors, weaving this spell around you, making you think, something, when really their intention wasn't pure. Your energy coming into the situation is the King of Pentacles. So, oh no, I'm sorry, beautiful. Your situation is coming in quite stable. When I see the King of Pentacles in this particular deck, I always think of like a healer, a very grounded, luminous individual, starseed, just type of like really strong, beautiful, grounded energy that has like a cosmic depth to the earthliness, because the King of Pentacles is usually like a really good provider, somebody that has like all of your ducks in a row, that type of thing. You're really stable with your word and what you say, and you can see these glowing lights literally coming out of the palms of your hand. So I see you as being a very grounded and healing individual that like walks your talk. It's like you say what you mean, and you mean what you say. Ugh. Oh, I'm so sorry, dear. It really sucks. I have so been there. The heart is a tender thing. The heart is a tender thing, and the world is not a tender thing. Let's see. What is their energy coming into the situation? Hello, those joining. Hello, Pistel. On this video, on the replay, when you guys hear me like talking and saying extra things, although I do talk to myself all the time, I'm probably talking to people in the chat. Woo! Yikes. I just threw like half the deck up on my computer. Okay, so their energy coming into this situation is the Four of Cups. So in the traditional deck, the Four of Cups is like a missed opportunity, or it's somebody that doesn't, quite value the other person in the partnership enough, doesn't see what the potential of the other person. In this deck, it's like this person wants to be held and supported by their environment, and they've kind of used you to rest in or on. If you've heard that terminology, they've rested within you. They've allowed you to be a support system for So I don't know if that resonates. Just to answer in the comments. So basically, this is for Vedic sidereal astrology. So you're going to want to check out your Vedic sidereal chart. And then you can watch this from your sun, your moon, your rising, or your Venus or your Jupiter. But you could just watch this reading since you're on here, whatever sign you are, and see if it resonates or not. So we have you taking some time, taking some space, waiting, really like hanging around, deliberating what to do. This person has deceived you in some shape or form, somebody in your life, whether it's work, personal, love related. You're dealing with some type of deceit at the moment, and you're just really trying to process how to move forward. Your energy has come in quite healing, quite grounded, stable, sure, secure, what you offer, where you stand. This other individual has come in and allowed themselves to rest in you. They've used you as a support. You know, like they've allowed themselves to rest in you. What do you not know that you need to know? What are the hidden elements? Okay. So, okay, very cool. Yeah, I mean, watch wherever and wherever resonates for you. The thing I try and tell people is, if it's your reading, you'll know it's your reading. If it's not your reading, then check out one of the other ones, because if it doesn't resonate, you don't need to make it fit. But if it does resonate, then, you know, hopefully there's something in it that's tangible to take. So what you don't know is that there is new beginnings and endings. So it's like a new karmic cycle, you know, that's starting right now. And something positive is happening that you've worked towards. So like a new opportunity in the world is coming to you. And that could be the cycle of the nature of this relationship switching. But in most cases, the world comes as like something is ending and something else is beginning. What is Spirit's advice? And because the world is direct from the Hanged Man, I'm going to say that like the new beginning and ending is relative to the situation that has been hanging around. Spirit's advice is the 3 of Cups. So for some of you guys, Spirit is saying there's a third party involved. You know, there's somebody else involved. This other person is giving to somebody else. And that's where the deceit has been. So if that's like in a lover sense, you know, there's been somebody else involved. If it's like in a work sense or some other sense, you know, or it could even be that your partner is just giving too much to another area, whether it's work or whether it's, you know, family and another dynamic or just friendships, it doesn't matter. This could also show that they're celebrating, this person is celebrating without you. But in this deck too, this 3 of Cups is symbolic of celebration and sisterhood. So Spirit's advice is to focus on celebrating and cultivating love with a sisterhood, like finding that tribe, that kind of, you know, your sister tribe, basically. And whether you're male or female, it doesn't matter, you know, apply the genders however they make sense. But Spirit's advice is to look towards your sisterhood. Karmics are exhausting, but damn, we have to go through them sometimes, don't we? And we learn, and like that's the whole point. I think we're all learning about relationships and to find our self-worth, and karma has that like magnetism and that pull. But when we can step outside of that and say, is this pull in alignment with my highest interest and good and self-respect? That's when, you know, that's when we shift. Something I always suggest people to look up is attachment styles in relationships. I used to have an anxious attachment style. Usually you attract the opposite. And less than half the population has a secure attachment style. So you want to have a secure attachment style before getting into a relationship. And that's how we stop attracting these kind of unpleasant situations. In the near future, you have the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords. So feeling tied and bound, kind of like blindfolded in terms of being able to make this decision. So just because your energy with this individual has been so secure, you've provided such like a healing grace, you've given so much energy and so much stability to this other individual that it's causing a lot of confusion right now in terms of how to move forward in the relationship. Because of the betrayal, because of the deceit. In the long term, cards are just flipping out. That's too much cards. Cards are just flipping out for Leo today. Really, like they're jumping. The long term. Oh my goodness. Like the cards are like having a life of their own today. Okay. So you got 3, and 2 of them are major arcana. One's a court card, so I'm just going to take them all. So in the long term, you have secrets, so the moon. So lots of secrets, things that aren't being revealed, staying up at night, working with the feminine energy, kind of like this mystery scape, and it's just this moonlight kind of energy with this individual. And I sense that it does keep you up a lot. There is a lot of trouble sleeping over this situation or individual that you're dealing with. Some of you are dealing with a Pisces because you have like 2 Pisces, 2 major arcana cards here. You have the Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups really wears her heart on her sleeves and alchemizes emotions and moves through them by putting her energy and attention into creativity. So I see in the long term, secrets are going to be revealed. Like there is a stairway to these secrets. So you're going to be able to hone into that intuitive power. Okay, so if you have Pisces in your chart, it could be relative just to your psychic connectedness and just, you know, being able to see things within this intuitive landscape and energy. And there's this stairway to the moon saying like, you'll be able to see the secrets. And you're going to take all of this energy, you're going to take all of these emotions and work to put them into creative endeavors. You do have Temperance here in the long run, which is major arcana for Sagittarius. And this card really signifies balance. It signifies bringing some type of harmonious composition to whatever has taken place. And you do see these 2 Pegasus here, and you know, this individual sitting in a meditative posture in between. So this can signify reconciliation. I'm not sensing reconciliation necessarily in a means that this moves into something, you know, highly romantic, or that if this was like a work situation for you, I'm not saying that this is going to move, you know, to say you're going to prosper with this company. But what I am saying is it looks like you do uncover the secrets. You do process your emotions in the long run. Like you speak your truth, you wear your heart on your sleeve, and you're able to alchemize whatever is there is temperance that's brought about in the long term from this. So I'm just going to get a clarification card on the Temperance. Okay, so strange. I mean, there's 10 of Cups. For some of you guys, it could signify making amends after secrets in the family and processing a lot of emotional stuff going on in your family life. Not necessarily even, you know, partnership related, but just could be like in your general family. And for others of you, it could signify, you know, that there will be some type of reconciliation with somebody that you have found a lot of joy in, that you have found your 10 of Cups in. But I think that ultimately speaking, the outcome is irrelevant to whether or not this person will have necessarily a place in your life. I just think that this is spirit kind of saying that you are going to have your 10 of Cups. In the long run, you are going to have your full joy and your full happiness. And here I'm not seeing, oh, well, I am seeing, okay, so you're coming in, but I mean, this is showing like you as a king in this position and then you as a queen in this position again. So I haven't gotten like partnership cards. Like I haven't gotten like a union set in this reading. It has shown third party. It has shown deceit. It has shown new endings and beginnings and confusion. It showed this process of slowing down. It's just saying in the long run, you are going to be able to transmute those emotions and find some equanimity. So overall, it looks like in November, a lot is being transformed. And as Jupiter goes direct, okay, on November 4th, 5th, this is the ending of a 12-year cycle. And as we move into Sagittarius, Jupiter goes direct into Sagittarius for the first time in like 12 years. So it's closing out, a particular cycle, and that won't happen again for another 12 years. So all of the signs as Jupiter goes direct are going to have particular planetary influences. And there's a lot of, planning for the next 12 years and a lot of finishing out what doesn't serve us. So like a lot in general. So let's see here. I got this new Oracle deck, so sigil. So sigils are basically putting like subconscious shapes to be able to apply concentration to something, to be able to manifest. So I'm going to pull a sigil for you. Each of these is associated with the major arcana, and I do have a pick a card up on my channel from yesterday or the day before, where I did pick a cards with these. They're really cool. So let's get a sigil for Leo. Leo, my beautiful Leos. You got the Muladhara. So let's see, what does it have to say? Muladhara. So this is associated with the major arcana of the star, Aquarius. Okay. Essence, foundation, beginning, chances, unfolding, development. An earthy field with the traditional red color associated with the Muladhara in the center. The muted brown color represents earth, with tendrils of the chakra being rooted in the ground, whilst the other half rises above the ground, green, and one of the petals touches the sky, blue. The 4 petals depict mind, intellect, consciousness, and ego. The pink tendrils are there to remind us that energy is always drawn up from the earth and is very nascent and tender at this stage of development. So we must be careful with it. Red is associated with the goddess Shakti and Kundalini. Shakti rises to meet Shiva at the Sahasrara. So that's the crown chakra. And if you've, there's Shiva and Shakti. So Shiva represents the masculine energy and Shakti as the feminine energy. If you've heard of Kundalini rising, Shakti is the feminine energy that's like the serpent that spirals up the spine to meet Shiva. Okay. The Muladhara is the place where the foundation of our experience exists. It is where we find safety and stability, and conversely, where we lose it. If our foundation is jeopardized in any way, we are subject to anxiety, depression, feelings of isolation, and the like. Isolation is our primary sickness. As living beings, we believe that trauma forcibly and unequivocally shows us that the world is scary and we must become reclusive from it, either physically, emotionally, or both. Yet it is our isolation that is truly traumatic, as connection to the world is what helps us heal and thrive. With this card, we are being asked to mend any of the wounds that have arisen, to splinter our foundation, to go deep, deep down to the original traumas and clear the way for healing. Suggestion: go into nature and walk barefoot. Feel the earth beneath your feet, all of the sensations. Imagine yourself being gently electrified by the currents of the earth, clearing the pathways in your core that have become blocked with trauma and pain. Imagine those currents coming out the top of your head and merging with the heavens. Manifestation mantra: the only disconnection that's real in my mind and that is as impermanent as the wind. Okay. All right. So, beautiful, beautiful souls. I am wishing you the most wonderful evening. I hope that you guys just, embrace nature, embrace that love in your heart. I think everybody is on this journey for knowing just how incredible other elements of our life can be too. A lot of us put a lot of energy and focus on, romantic relationships, but there is this love to be cultivated within. And the advice that I've been giving a lot of people lately is, if you didn't have any of these people in your life, what would you be doing? Like, if you were entirely free to go out into the world and do absolutely anything, if you had no bar holds, like nothing was holding you back. And that's your key. That's your key. So much love to everybody. Please go ahead and check out other elements of your chart. Please like, subscribe, comment, let me know what you thought of this. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks, Leo. Oh, you guys can check out my site too, bohemianmagic.com, if you're interested in a personal reading.